Okay, time to start up the starter. So in this particular recipe, I'm going to be using up 275 grams of this starter, which is ready to go. I actually recently stirred it. It's sort of sticky. And I like to, you can see that I think it's the protease enzymes in there that make it very elasticy. There's plenty of them in force, and that will help with the final bread rising pretty nicely. All right, so you can see here, there's not a lot left. I'm gonna have to build up a starter to hand out to several people with this. So I'm gonna go back with this guy and then build it up. There's like 50, I think 50, maybe 100 grams there, and I'll need to build that up to some decent amount. All right, so let's get going. This is just to show what it usually looks like. I start off by adding in the water, and then if I'm making the final dough, which you're not doing in the starter, I add in the salt, and in this recipe it uses a little bit of commercial yeast, which is allowed by law. But we start off with this, and it's super soppy. I'm not going to try to get this to be perfect. You can see that I'm just pulling this into little pieces. And as I do this, you could probably see the water is getting very soupy. This is what you do for starting up a starter, a liquid levain starter. And redistributing it in the water, make sure that it mixes up well, and also ensures that the yeast that's in there all gets equal dibs at getting to flour nutrients in a few. So this is pretty good. And you can see that it's sort of threads. And I think that's good enough. So let me just rinse my hands so I don't make a mess. And I take a little bowl scraper. I've got yeast. I've got rye and white flour. This is type 85, no, type 65 flour from Central Milling. And without any kind of fussiness, you just dump it in there. So that's his face. What I would do with the starter, as I am doing with this dough, oh, you know what? I actually I probably should have put the yeast and the salt in there first. When you're doing a normal starter, you're not going to do this. But I just go around the edges and then just mix this up.